Hello guys, this is VIX and this is today the 27th, right? Sunday of August 2023. We're going to be having a weekly forecast on volatility indices. As you know, as a start, we usually start our analysis from VIX25. VIX25 is also a nice popular pair, right, in the volatility indices, followed by VIX75 and then step index, right? So this is VIX25 on the highest time frame, right? The 24 hours time frame. If you shrinking, you could be getting maybe a weekly analysis and a monthly analysis all in one particular zone, right? As you can see here, we're previously on a downtrend, just like the way we spoke last week, right? So it's still a continuation, right? Last week we were previously on a bullish correction and we connected that trend, right? As you can see this, right? The market is making impulse, right? Corrections, right? Impulse, then corrections, right? Then it gave us an impulse. So this high is still valid because the market broke this high. This is still a valid uptrend. So the market is just coming back for a retest, right? It's coming for a correction, right? So we saw this nice correction. Why is it coming back? Is because the market left this particular imbalance here on the higher time frame, right? Give us this is the low we have seen so far in the market, right? This is the low we have seen so far, right? And we have hit equilibrium, so we could be seeing maybe a nice reversal from this particular zone. And if the market wants, it can recover 50% of the movement. That's equilibrium, and it can also say I want to recover back 90%. It does that. Most of the volatility indices pair does that, right? They do that. They recover almost 90% of the time, right? They recover 90% of the time. So that's for VIX25. So we could go down, so we see more, right? So we're looking to ride this particular correction to the downside. Let's go down to the smaller time frame. Okay, this is VIX25 on the 4 hours time frame, right? You know, this was a nice trend, right? We rose from this particular zone here and have a nice breakout here. So, and you know, we predicted the premium discount zone on this particular zone, the equilibrium, right? It's around this particular zone, right? Where you see the market is retracing, right? So we're going to mark this zone. That's where most of the fair value gaps are, this particular zone here, right? There's a premium discount zone or the smart money concept. People usually see equilibrium, right? We already know that the market is on uptrend, and you know, after a impulse move, right, in any direction of the market, there's always correction. So if the correction is ending here, right, we still need to see another confirmation, right, that the market is going to change directions. You can see the market gave us a multiple rejection on this particular zone here. That's where the premium discount zone is, where buyers are supposed to come in and they push the market back up, right, on VIX25. So guys, don't forget, the market can still say I want to make 90% or even 100% recovery, because we still have the buy side liquidity of the higher time frame here. All right, so guys, we've seen that we've seen multiple rejection here on these, right? We've seen multiple rejection. Market failed to break this zone almost twice. Market adding up, popping up candles here, but the problem now is the market came back to fill up this liquidity side here, and we can see a nice bearish push to the downside. So if the market failed to make a new low here, that could signal a change of direction. So the market just need to give us a new high right, to give us a new high, breaking this high. So we just need the market breaking this high, right? It will give us a nice break up, right? Give us a nice break up and then come back for a retest, right? To come back for a retest, and then the market will be looking to push up, right? And then continue the bullish pattern to the upside. Hope you're understanding. So we need to, if the market fails to make a new, and this is the new low here, so it's going to give a new break of structure, right, signaling a change of direction, then we'll now be looking for buys to the upside. If not, we still have enough liquidity here if the market decides to recover 90% of this movement. So we might ride down, and the 90% will be around this particular zone, then it start buying again to continue the bullish push to the upside, right? So it's just a rejection to continue back up on VIX25. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Yes guys, you see we're still in a nice downtrend, guys. We're still in a nice downtrend. That's why I told you guys that the market just gave multiple rejection, and this is still a low, right? It is here where the market failed to make a new low, but we have to create a new low here to confirm that the market is not going to continue down. It's going to continue down, right? And for that instance, right, the market still need to make, if this is a new high, right, previous, then we need to see a new high out of this particular channel. Once it does that, that's a confirmed buy trend to the upside. If not, it's going to be a continuous sell to the downside. So we need to see a new high breaking up here, coming back for a retest, right, and then continue back up. If not, it's going to just continue going down, right? To break here, go back for a retest, and then come back. That's a 90%, and then start going up again. So two scenario there on VIX25. Yes. Hello guys, and this is VIX75 on the highest time frame, and we could see the highest high you've seen in the market so far, right? In the recent market structure, this is the highest high we've seen, and this is the lowest low we've seen. And once we come back to the recent market price, right, we can see the highest high we've seen and the lowest low we have seen, right? Right, this is the recent high now the market created, which is signaling a down continuation. As you can see, we have on this particular pattern, you can see that we have a nice bullish impulse move to downside, to the upside, right, and then we enter a ranging market, right. You can see that VIX75 has been ranging for the past weeks now, or days, right. It has been this for almost a month, because these are daily candles, not for candles. So you know how we trade the ranging market, right? We have this low here, right, and we have this high here, right? So the market create an impulse move, a correction, right? Impulse bearish move, a correction, and then it's going to be a continuous bearish impulse to the downside. So this is a predictor that the market is going to continue creating higher highs, higher lows and lower lows, right? So it has created a nice lower high. So it's going to create a new break of structure below, right, to give us a new lower low, right? So until we come back to this particular zone, then from this particular zone we'll now be looking for buys to the upside, right? Just a little bit. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame so we mark more key zones on this particular market. So now you can see VIX75 on the 4 hours time frame, right? We have this nice impulse move. We enter the correction, right? Then we fail to make a new impulse. It's supposed to be a bullish correction, so still signal that the bears are now in control, right? Because the push up was not even nothing to talk about, because it's supposed to be an impulse move, a bearish correction, an impulse, right? But it has a short impulse bearish bullish correction, right? So it's going to be a bearish impulse to the downside. So we can see the lowest low. If you're in a bearish trend, you need to be creating lower lows, right? You need to be creating lower lows after creating lower highs, right? This is a higher low, right? A lower high, right? And then a lower low, right? So the market needs to give and then break a new structure to confirm it's still going to be a uptrend. But if the market fails to go down, then it's the confirmation that it's going to be a light kind of an uptrend to the upside, right? But right now it's a confirmed bearish trend. If we connect these, right, it looks like a nice trend, because we got 2 touches or even 3 touches of adjust this, we're gonna add this, but we're not going to materialize because the structure we're already having is the market failed to make a new high, right? So which could signal a drawdown. You might see a nice breakout here, and then we continue setting the market to the downside. See, you might see a nice breakout here and then a retest, right? And then we'll come back here. From here now, we'll now be looking for possible rejections to the upside, right? But if it fails to make a new low here, this could signal a change of direction. So what we just need is for the market to come here, right, after failing to make a new, to just create a new high here. Then we go back to exhaustion, and then we move back up, right? We continue our bullish trend to the upside. But for now, what we're seeing here is a bearish continuational pattern to the upside, right? Is a bearish continuational pattern to the downside. So let's zoom in so you see clearly how the market works. As you can see here, we call this an impulse bearish move, right? And then correction, right? You could see here this a nice ascending triangle here. This is a nice ascending triangle here. So what are we expecting? We'll see a nice breakout here, and then we continue selling the market to the downside. You understand? Very, very simple, and something that you can easily break it down and then understand the market structure. So as you can see, if we create a nice breakout here on the 1 hour time frame, we'll be crashing down. This is a bearish continuational pattern. So we'll be selling at least once we create a new break of structure. It's still going to be a bearish trend. But if we fail to make a new high here, a new low here, then it's going to be we create a new high and then come back to make a new higher low, right? Then we push up, right, to the upside. So that's it for VIX75 on the weekly, and we are overall in a ranging market, right? Until we see a breakout, we can really tell where the direction of the market is right now. But we can use what the market is giving us now to predict the direction. But right now, we're still looking bearish, right? Okay, guys, this is VIX50s, and this is exactly what we are seeing on VIX50s, right? For VIX50s, right? For VIX50s, we can see that the market is on an overall downtrend, right? Right, this is an overall downtrend on VIX, right? This is an overall downtrend on VIX. So guys, you see these nice particular trend, right? When previously on the uptrend we got 3 touches here, this to confirm our trend is a valid one, right? If we still shift it, we're going to see that the market still falls below, right? That's a nice breakout there. So the breakout happened around here. As you can see, the market hasn't retested that particular zone. So we have another nice trend going to the upside. This is the highest high we've seen, and this is the lowest we've seen in the market, right? And right now the market failed to break this high, so this is still a confirmed downtrend to us, right? But we have a nice trend here. Once the market comes back for a correction, and if it goes up, right, because we're still in an uptrend here, right, making higher highs and highs. But for now, this overall high is still valid, which we're still going to conclude that the market is on a sell, right? Is on a sell. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame to see. Yes, guys, this is VIX50 on the 4 hours time frame, and the trend you saw there was the one we broke, and this trend you're seeing here, right? This particular trend you're seeing here, right? This particular trend you're seeing here is the daily trend, right? That we broke. That's the daily trend we have broken, right? So if you see here, this is a breakout and we are heading here. Since we haven't make a new high, this is why we're still speculating for a sell. But we are in a, right, after an impulse, right, bearish move, we are in a correction. So we could get, after here we get rejection, that could still signal that we didn't break a structure, right? So we're going to continue, but once we get to break this structure here up, then it's a confirmed bullish continuation or pattern to the upside. Hope you understand. So it's going to be something of this nature, coming back down, right, getting support. Once we get support, if it fails to break, right, we're going to be coming back down, right, be coming down because it's still a downtrend. But the moment we get to break out, right, and pass this high, right, that's a nice continuation to the upside. But I'm seeing it kind of a squeezing pattern. It shouldn't be a faker that the market breaks down and then it continues going down again. So this is the exact zone where we broke out of here, right? This is where that trend ended. We just had a little break there, and you see, but the market failed to continue up and went down. That's why we're still speculating that this particular market is still on a downtrend, right? Still on a downtrend. Still in a nice downtrend to the upside, to the downside, but we're seeing a nice impulse and then correction, right? Since this is still a nice downtrend, right, we're going to see an impulse move. Then once we get a breakout, then we start looking for sales, right? Maybe a nice impulse from this particular zone, right? We go up, right? Once we reach that particular squeeze there, we got rejected and then breakout, right? Then we'll be coming back to this particular zone. But if we are opportune, right, if you're opportune, the market goes up, right, get support here, the market gets support from this particular zone, goes up and break out this high, right, it's gonna come back for a retest and then continue. So it's gonna be a bullish continuation to the upside. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. We might be looking for entries, right? So as you can see, we're seeing a nice trend going to the downside, right? You can see a nice trend here on the 1 hour time frame. Here we're having a multiple touches that is directing us, right, on that particular correction, right? So, nice sell to the downside, right? There's that touches are valid, right? There's a nice trend, so we might go back up for a correction until we hit here. As it comes back down, right, get support here. I think it's going down. I think it's going to this particular direction due to this resistance here. That's now support, right? So the market will come down more and then get an extra confluence from that particular zone, right? Push up and then get support here. Then from here it will now be breaking out and then start a new bullish continuation to the upside. So VIX is a little bit less volatile, so it's safe. Use proper risk management and you're going to be overall profitable. Hello guys, this is VIX 100, right? This is VIX 100 on the 24 hours time frame right now. So if we're going to check this very well, you're going to notice that on this top down analysis on VIX 100, right, you could see that the market has been going down for almost, I think, for the past year, right? The past 1 year, VIX 100 has been going down. As you can see, if we zoom in a little bit, you could see the market has been going down. After this nice crash, the market has been going down. So this could be an equilibrium, right? Maybe a limit where the market has reached, because I can see a nice rejection. This is the high we've seen, and this is the low. I can see multiple rejection on this particular zone. Maybe from this particular zone, we're gonna get a little bit push, right? Looking for a buy position on VIX 100. So guys, let's go down to the 4 hours time frame so we could have a more structural candles, right? Candlesticks, so we could predict the price direction of the market, right? As you can see with this nice we have an inverse armor, right? Then now I can see a nice armor being formed, right? We saw a bullish armor and then an inverse hammer, also a bearish one, which is signal the market, but we got rejected and we are about to form something similar, right, on the 4 hours time frame. So can you see that the 4 hours time frame has been going down? This is still a bearish continuation to the downside, because the market has created a new, after this bullish impulse, right, it got rejected here twice and then crashed down, giving us a new higher low, giving us a higher low and then a lower low, right? And this is now another higher low, and then it has given us a lower low. So it needs to give us another lower high around this particular zone here, and then we go. So let me see if the market has already created that lower high. We use a Fibonacci to know that particular zone. Yes, it gave a nice wick, so this is still a bearish continuation to the downside. So we got our zones here. Let's mark this trend here. We got a nice trend going to the downside. Can we see multiple touches, right? But with this shrink I'm seeing here, right, with this shrink I'm seeing here, this is a nice continuational pattern here, guys, because the market gave a nice bearish push, and you see the correction was not, then the impulse was also short, so this could signal a bullish continuation to the upside, right? I'll be coming back, right? This on the smaller time frame. I'm going to drop that in the Telegram community so that we'll see. This is a nice reversal candle here. Yes, you can see on the 4 hours, this is a bullish continuation pattern to the upside. We'll have this hammer, right? This foot rejection. We could tell that the market could easily give out a bullish push to the upside, and then we break that zone and we are good to go. Hope you understand. So that's a very nice one. A bullish continuational pattern has been detected on VIX100. So the market is also looking for ways to get a nice reversal right back to the upside. So let's go down to the smaller time frame. Yes, as you can see, we're still in a downtrend because we haven't created a new high. So for we to create a new high, it has to be breaking out of this particular trend. Once we see a breakout here and it creates a new high here, right, we'll be looking for a nice retest, giving us a lower high, and then we start looking for buys to the upside. So that's the overall review on VIX 100 this week. So stay tuned. So that's it for VIX 10. We'll be looking out to see how this pattern plays out because the market has given us multiple rejections from this particular zone, creating it has failed to make a new low. After this low, this could signal a more bullish push to the upside. That's the third confluence. So let's move up. Okay, guys, this is step index, and as you can see, step index has given a nice move right on the particular market here, right? Step index has been on a nice downtrend, right? You see what happened there was we had a nice bullish impulse move to the upside, and then we're now in a bearish correction to the downside. You could see we have a nice trend here on step index, right? A nice trend, and we have our confluence here, a major supporting because it has an history here before, right? So we have a nice down on step index, but right now we are not trading on the buy side right now, right? We're going to move these, so let's just duplicate these to get a nice trend to the upside, right? Can you see these, right? We could easily see a multiple, could get multiple touches here. Yep. So from seeing this particular trend, you will see that the market has really touched down and we have tapped on this particular liquidity, right? So we're marking this zone higher. This is now the resistance where the market needs to break, right? This particular resistance here you're seeing here. This is a resistance, not a support, because the market is still trading below that particular zone. Can you see that? So the market is still trading below that particular zone there. So that's it. As you can see how clean it is, right? So overall, we still have after an impulse move, we still have a correction, right, to do for the market to see a nice reversal zone to fill up the liquidity and maybe then continue down if so will. But if you have to continue, then we need to break this high, right? To break that high and then continue up, right? The bullish trend to the upside. Step index. So step index and an overall pattern on the higher time frame is still on the south. So we already know our direction, right? It's on the downside. So and we have touched the buy side liquidity, so we're looking to break more highs, right? So let's zoom in a little bit so we could see the recent high. Yes, this is the highest high we've seen, and this is the recent high. So the market is still trading below this particular recent high. So this is still a confirmed downtrend, right? Unless the market breaks here and then give us a change of character or change of trend, right? Or a market shift, they call it, right? Then you come back to create a new break of structure. Uh, then we push up and buy the market. There's a nice fair value gap here, so it's predicted that the market is gonna surely buy up and get a nice correction here. So it's just going back to fill up completely all the zones you see before it gets a nice breakout to the upside. So let's go down to the smaller time frame. Let's see how the candles look.
So this is step index on the 4 hours time frame. So can you see we have failed to break this high here, and we need to make a change, nice change of direction, right? If it could signal and connect this trend here, you could notice that yes, actually the market broke out of that trend, but it needs to come back. You know, the change of trend usually goes with the confluence of the market breaking out and then coming back for a retest. So the market is possibly coming back for a retest at around this particular zone here. Right, the market is coming back here. Then from there, we'll now be looking for a nice buy, a nice rejection here. Then we just need to create a new high above that particular high, that previous high. So we just need to create a new high here. Then come back for a retest, right? Then we start a new rally to the upside. Gotten the direction, but this low is still valid, right? It's still valid, so we need to create a new lower high here to signal that this this lower low has been mitigated and the market is about to reverse, right? Change of direction. And the market failed to make a new low, it now shapes like a change of direction, right? On step index. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. So nicely, as you can see the candles, this is a nice clean breakout on the 1 hour on step index. So can you see actually we went back up and then we're now coming back for a nice retest, right? We get support from this particular zone, right, on the 1 hour time frame. Then we'll be looking for a nice breakout there, right? It's going to go in a zigzag pattern, right? Go for a zigzag pattern as we move back up. So that's it for step index, and thank you for sticking by. Okay guys, this is by effects, and today you could see this boom 1000, right? This boom 1000, and you can see we're previously on a correction, right? This was a nice bullish impulse, then we entered a bearish correction, right? And the bearish correction, we couldn't say this is a continuation, right? Because this is where the bullish impact happened and the correction has taken over more than 100% recovery, right? So as usual, you know, you usually buy your market here and take profit here. You sell the market and take profit below, right? That's exactly what the market is doing right now. So we're still in a nice bearish trend on crash, on boom 1000. You know, those pairs are, this was a nice fake out signaling the market, right, breaking out of the trend and going back up. But a most interesting thing we can see on this particular market, why this market crashed down and didn't continue, it was leaving fair value gaps. But I think the fair value gaps here has ended at this particular zone, so the market has no business to come down more. So it's going back because the market, as it's coming back, it's leaving fair value gap, so there's possibility of we going up. So what do we know, what do we do now? The market just needs to create a new high here to signal that the market is on a overall bullish trend to the upside, right? So right now, if we use our key zones, right, we're going to know that this particular market has reached its equilibrium, right? It has reached equilibrium and the market got support from that particular zone here. So that's good. And from here, we'll be looking for buys. We just need the market to create a new high here to signal a change of direction, right? That with our entered, as you can see, we have a nice trend here also. It correlates with our premium discount zone, so the market will likely push up to the upside on the 24 hours time frame. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame to see more candlesticks. So as you can see, we had this nice impulse moves, a correction, and then a bearish push, right? Then from here we got a sweep of liquidity there. This candle leaving a week. This could tell you that the market has stripped liquidity at this particular zone and is preparing, right, to move up. So we just need to break this high here on this particular zone to push the market to the upside. And if it fails, this trend is still valid, we're going to continue our sell trend to the downside. So let's go down to the 1 hour. So this is it for boom. As you can see, we just need to create to break out of the trend here on boom 1000. We can see this 1 hour trend here, right, on 1000. So once we break this zone, it's going to be a confirmed buy to the upside. So that's it for boom 1000. Let's go to crash. Okay guys, this is crash 1000 on the 24 hours candlestick, right? This is the focus on crash 1000. So let's look it in. You can see we were previously on a downtrend and we broke out of that particular trend here and then started an impulse move, right? You see here, this is where we broke out of the trend, right? The market broke out, then came back for a retest at around this particular zone and then continue crashing to the downside. So you can see after an impulse move, we enter a ranging market right now. So in the ranging market, right, this is the highest low we've seen, and this is the highest in the recent market, right? So I'm circulating and seeing a nice correction, right? This could be a bearish continuation to the downside or a bullish continuation to the downside. Let's go down more. So guys, this is crash on the 4 hours time frame right now. Can you see how clean, right? We are cleanly in a ranging zone right now. As you can see, the market has failed to break this high multiple times, and the market came here to even go close to this high right now. So we're seeing a nice bearish rejection, and we still have our support, right? Since the market is trading between these zones, right? It's trading between these zones, right? So there's a way you trade the ranging zone, right? If the market comes back, give us a retest, we enter ourselves, right? And our SL will just be back into the box. Why for we need the market to go back up, give us a breakout, and then retest, we buy it to the up. So that's just it, as simple as that. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. So as you can see, a very nice, well detailed, right? Well detailed. So we broke out, right? The market has started another trend. So we need to see a change of direction. If the market is to do a 50% recovery, yeah, the recovery zone is here, but the market is getting rejection here. So this could be a bullish continuation to the upside. Because the premium discount zone is just this zone where the market tapped. So if we can create a new high here, it could signal a change of direction to the upside. But for now, we're still bearish and selling the market until this highs were broken. So guys, this is by FX, and thank you for sticking around.